Oh, hello there, lovely family. Welcome back to my channel. This is about Perfect Kitchen. So it is a bank holiday today, and I decided to do something delicious and rich for you guys. So this is my delicious and rich egg stew that I really want to share this recipe with you. So I had mine with some yam, and it was so tasty. I can't wait to share this recipe with you. Come on, guys, let's go into the ingredients. So for my ingredients, I'm just going to use some bell peppers, red, yellow, green. I've got some carrots and some spring onion. I'm using 3 onions for this recipe, some scotch bonnet chili, garlic, ginger, 2 tablespoonful of tea tomatoes. I've got my olive oil. I'm using some sardine, my chopped tomatoes. I'm using 6 eggs, some corned beef, and then I've got my spices, which is my ginger garlic powder, and then I'm also going to use some curry powder, and then rosemary, and then I'll be using my vegetable spices as well. All right, family, let's get started. So to start my rich egg stew, I'm just going to go ahead to just cut all my vegetables and then blend them before I start my stew. So that's my onion, my garlic, my ginger, and then I'll be adding some rosemary to that, and then I'll use add my scotch chili. I'm just using one and half, and then I'll be adding just a little bit of water to that to blend it nicely. So just a little bit of water. I just don't want it to be so watery. So once that is done, I've just set that aside. I'm just going ahead to cut my onions to start my egg stew. So once you finish cutting this, just go ahead and then put some cooking oil in your saucepan. So I'm using olive oil today, but you can use any cooking oil of your choice. So just put the amounts that you think will be all right for you. So just go ahead and then put your onions in and give it a stir. So I'm just going to leave this for about 3 minutes, and then I'll put my blended vegetables in there as well. So once that is really ready, make sure your onions doesn't get bent. I've just put my blended vegetables in there as well. Oh my god, my kitchen is smelling so good at the moment. It's really it smells so good. So just leave it there for it to cook properly. So once that is there and getting ready to cook, I'm just going to go ahead to blend my chopped tomatoes. So I'm using two chopped tomatoes for this recipe, and then I've diced some onion and 1 red bell pepper as well. So there you go. I'm just going to blend that, and then after that I'm just setting that aside. Whilst this is getting ready, it's ready. So I'm just going to put my tomatoes in there. So just look at that, it's looking so beautiful and it smells so good. So just give it a good stir, make sure it mixes nicely, and then I'm just going to cover this and leave it to simmer for about 15 minutes. So once that is there getting ready, I'm just going to go ahead to cut all my vegetables. So that's my carrots. So just cut your carrots into 2, and then I'm going to cut them into some cubes, but you can choose to cut it into any fine shapes of your choice. Egg stew is one of the perfect stew that I normally used to eat with rice and yam. When I was a young child back home. So this is an amazing recipe that I really want to share with you. So go ahead and cut your carrots and cut them into any fine shape of your choice. There's no restriction to this at all. So my spring onions, I'm just going to cut them as well, and then I'll set them aside as well. So you can choose to use any vegetables as well, any vegetables of your choice as well. But I like this vegetables today. I want to use these vegetables today. That's why I'm using my carrot, spring onion, and some red bell peppers as well. So with my red bell peppers, I'm just going to cut them into some square shapes as well. But as I already said, you can choose to cut them into any shapes of your choice. So this is ready as well. I'm going to set them aside, and then I'll have a quick look on my sauce, which is looking beautifully, and it's ready. I'm getting ready now. So I'm just going to add my tea tomatoes in there, tomato puree or whatever you call it. So it's just a 2 tablespoons full of that, just to give it a little bit of taste and also a little bit of color, so not too much at all. So I'm just going and putting my carrots in, because carrots is quite hard, so I just want it to be a bit tender and not too hard to bite on. So I've just put my carrots in, and then I'll just leave this for a while. So I'll go ahead and add my spices. Just add your curry powder, your ginger powder, your shrimp powder, and then the vegetable spices that I had as well. So everything goes in now, and then make sure you taste for you taste your stew to avoid any saltiness. So once that is ready now, I've just put my corned beef in there, and then give it a good stir, and then just leave it for a while. So my stew is really looking so amazing at the moment, and I can't just wait to dig into this. This is so perfect, and you can have this with yam or anything of your choice. So once the corned beef is ready, I'm just going to put my eggs in there. So I'm using 6 eggs, but you can also choose to use any amount of eggs that you want to use. So try and just don't stir it yet, but just create some holes in the sauce so that the eggs can be cooked properly. The steam from the sauce can cook your egg properly. So once it starts, I just cover it and then allow it to cook. And now it's time to turn the eggs in your sauce. So just turn them gently and be careful they don't scatter. If you want a very chunky eggs, then you do not want to stir your sauce so very fast. Just stir it nicely. And because I want a lot of sauce around my egg stew, I don't want to use too much eggs, so I'm just using 6 eggs, but you can choose to use any amount of eggs that you want. So you can see that the eggs are looking beautifully cooked at the moment, and it's just looking so amazing. This is a perfect recipe for you to try to eat your yam, your rice, or anything, or your potatoes, or anything of your choice. So I'm just going to put my sardine in now, which is also, it's gonna take the taste of my sauce to the next level. It is looking so amazing. So this is optional anyway. Some people do not like sardine, but you can also maybe use a mackerel or whatever that you think you like. This is looking so amazing. Do not stir this to make it mash in the sauce. Just make sure you just push them under the sauce so that they can infuse the flavor in. So at this point, I'm just putting my vegetables in. It's looking so beautiful and so colorful at the moment. Just look at that. It smells so amazing in here. Just can't wait for you to try this. And please, if you're a new subscriber, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos, and drop down some comments for me to know how you did. So the last vegetable to go in is my spring onion, which is taking my stew to the next level. Just look at that eggs. Oh my god, it's looking so amazing, and they are so big and chunky in there. Oh god, it's so perfect, and I love the way it has turned out. This is so beautiful, and I want you to try this recipe. But please don't forget to drop me some comments to let me know how you did on trying this recipe. It is amazing. I am so glad you spent some time with me today. I wish you all a happy holiday, and try and do this for your family so you can have a relaxful time and enjoy it with some yam. I am enjoying it with some yam, but you can choose to enjoy it with some rice, some potatoes, or anything of your choice. Just look at that. It is looking so yummy, and it is tasty. My kitchen is smelling so good. Just look at that. It is so amazing. Just look at the eggs in there, the chunky eggs, the vegetables, everything is on point. Thank you so much for staying with me. This is Obapa for Akume's Kitchen. I'm always there for you. I love you all, but remember, God loves you more. Bye.